All right, guys, we're back. So the audio wasn't working, but I think we're A-OK now. Let's just double check. And it sounds okay. Apologies on that, guys. But okay, we'll go right back through the weather forecast and get through tomorrow and Wednesday as well. It's working A-OK now, so perfect, perfect. Okay, we'll wind it back and talk about the weather for today. You can see pretty good rainfall, beneficial rains from earlier today. You can see 0.24 in some areas south and then 2.41 in San Antonio's rain gauge from earlier this morning. Yeah, we had some good rain earlier today, and now the audio is working A-OK. Appreciate it, guys. Took a little while to get it going, but we have it working just fine now. All right, so today's high 62. This morning was 45, and we have active weather coming in for the next couple of days, so get ready for that. It'll be cloudy tonight, but rain moving in after midnight as we see more moisture moving in from the south and west. All right, so take a look at radar. It's quiet in San Antonio, but notice anywhere from Del Rio to Eagle Pass, that's where it's a little bit more active. Anywhere from Crystal City, Uvalde, and especially in Maverick County, they're seeing a couple of scattered showers, a few thunderstorms that are non-severe at the time, moving in from the southwest and moving northeast. But notice it is mostly quiet across San Antonio. We have more rain moving east towards Louisiana, near Houston, parts of Arkansas. This is where the system that moved through earlier this morning is now moving eastward. And this will be the first of 3 waves of rain that move through over the next couple of days here in San Antonio. So rainfall amounts were a lot. You can see it over across San Antonio. Anywhere from Divine to Lytle to the southwest side of Bexar County, 3 to 4 inches of rain. Between about midnight last night and about 5 a.m. this morning. It was a lot of rain in a short amount of time. And you'll see some of the areas on the west side between, let's say, Von Ormy towards Highway 90, towards Bandera and Petrenko Road, up to 3 inches of rain. And that's on par from what the photos we picked up from earlier today. A lot of folks sent in their photos of the rain gauge. And areas near SeaWorld picked up over 3 inches of rain from earlier this morning. So we picked up some pretty good beneficial rain that'll hopefully improve the drought for tomorrow. And we'll see more rain moving tomorrow afternoon. Just make sure that the audio is okay. Let's see. And it sounds like it's doing okay. Okay, so, and again, anywhere from Canyon Lake to I-35, picked up some pretty good rain too. 1 to 2 inches of rain on the northeast side of San Antonio, where temperatures are cooling down, but thanks to cloud cover and more moisture moving in from the Gulf of Mexico, that'll lead to a warmer overnight. And as rain moves in, that'll keep temperatures above average and more on the mild side as well. Okay, 56 at Seguin, 53 at Bandera, 58 at Castroville, a couple of degrees warmer at Calaveras Lake at 58, 49 at Del Rio, 48 at Eagle Pass, middle 50s across the hill country, and about 60 in Floresville and down south towards Beeville in George West. A little foggy outside. We'll see visibility lower and be reduced in the next couple hours as light rain moves through. But it's mainly after midnight the fog becomes more widespread and the rain starts to increase on the radar. But notice by tomorrow morning, 3, 4, 5 a.m., light to moderate rain around. And then by tomorrow afternoon, there could be a few thunderstorms moving through San Antonio. We'll show you the forecast model in a bit, but here's tomorrow's timeline, just kind of a glimpse. Upper 50s to start. Very mild, but still a little chilly in the air. And the temperature's topping out in the upper 60s under mostly cloud cover. It's going to be a gray day tomorrow with a little bit of rain moving through the morning. And I would say anywhere from 9 a.m. to about 2 p.m. will be our window of seeing thunderstorms. And you'll see on this forecast model, it depicts it best tomorrow morning early 2 a.m. Mostly cloud cover, drizzle, mist, light rain. That's about it. But notice by about 6 and 7 a.m., things ramp up. This disturbance moves through the atmosphere in the upper levels, and that'll generate mostly, for most of us, light rain to moderate downpours. But notice, anywhere from Austin to Fredericksburg on this particular forecast model is depicting a few thunderstorms around. And watch what happens with a little bit of warmth throughout the day and southerly winds picking up the humidity. That'll increase the coverage of rain and, most importantly, showers and thunderstorms by about lunchtime. 1, 2 o'clock. The highest coverage of storm activity will be north of Highway 90, but anywhere from San Marcos to Bernie, San Antonio, pretty good rainfall. And I would say after about, let's say, sunset, about 5:30 or 6, we'll see a break in activity, but notice by late tomorrow night and early Wednesday, we'll see another impulse of energy move through, and that'll produce another wave of rain moving through our area. This particular model says over Corpus Christi, but some of that may drift farther north, and depending on the speed of the system, will tell us more as it moves through tomorrow into early Wednesday. But we have several days of rain, as you can see. This is a rainfall forecast, and depending on where exactly these storms set up, will tell us more about exact rainfall totals. But anywhere from Carrizo Springs, Cotulla, Pleasanton, this particular model saying not much activity. But anywhere along I-35, from San Antonio to Austin, east of I-35 towards Houston, upwards of 3 to 4 inches of rain. And right now, this high-resolution model is saying about 1.75 inches between now and early Wednesday. And some areas across the hill country only up to 1/4 inch. So again, we'll just have to watch radar depending on where exactly these storms move through. Will tell us more about how abundant and widespread the rainfall will be, but right now, very active, very wet for tomorrow. And again, some of these rainfall amounts could exceed 1 inch in a very short amount of time. With storms moving through, just how they were, last night, this morning, they could produce a lot of rain in a short amount of time. So anywhere from here to Austin and even down southeast to Victoria and Beeville will be under the threat of seeing an additional 1 to 3 inches on average. If you are west of San Antonio, Del Rio, Rock Springs, Carrizo Springs, Cotulla, a little less than that, because what's going to happen is these showers, they move in from Mexico, they move towards San Antonio, and then they lift and they kickstart around our area, where the dynamics in the atmosphere will be a little bit more conducive to more heavy rain and a few thunderstorms in the region. All right, LaGrange, about 1 to 3 inches in some areas east towards Houston, where, by the way, if you are traveling to Houston tomorrow or Wednesday, that's where the flooding threat will be the highest. So anywhere in this red area, that's a moderate threat for excessive rainfall, where, by the way, that could, some forecast rain totals are going to be upwards of 4 to 8 inches in that red region between now and Wednesday. San Antonio, again, what you saw in that last map, 1 to 3 on average for rainfall totals, with some localized pockets up to 4 to 5. But anywhere in that red shaded region between Bryan College Station, I-45, Alexandria, western Louisiana, they could pick up an additional 5 to 7 inches of rain between now and Wednesday. So an active pattern is going to be shaping up for the next several days as we get started. All right, tomorrow's forecast, 70% chance at numerous showers and a few thunderstorms between 10 a.m. and about 3 p.m. So in the late morning, early afternoon, we could see a couple of downpours really get going. We'll watch radar very closely. Wednesday, temperature near 70, 72 on Thursday, 72 on Friday. There may be some leftover moisture by Friday. Right now, we're throwing in a 40% chance for rain, but it looks like the bulk of rain this week will happen between now and Wednesday night, with, again, there is a small chance we'll see some leftover rain on the backside of the system on Friday. But notice Thursday, 72 on Friday with some sunshine. It's going to be very spring-like by the end of the week. And then a cooler air mass moves in Saturday and Sunday, and that'll filter in some chilly air in the mornings, lows back in the 40s and highs in the lower to middle 60s in San Antonio. Same thing on Monday. So get ready for tomorrow. Have the umbrella handy. Drive carefully. Plan for extra time out the door tomorrow morning. It will be wet. Roads will be slick. Visibility will be low. There will be fog around, and there will be light showers around. And again, the better chance for thunderstorms will happen probably after 9 a.m., and that'll continue through the early afternoon hours, especially between here, Austin, up I-35, anywhere east of San Antonio. The better chance and threat for heavier thunderstorms and more widespread flooding rains between now and Wednesday morning early. All right, so that's it for the forecast. Of course, Mary, good evening to you. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Plants, no. So we're not looking at any freezing temperatures, so your plants should be okay. Notice it is going to be spring-like for Thursday and Friday, 70s in the afternoons and mornings in the 50s. Tomorrow morning, 55 degrees, so it's not going to be freezing whatsoever. Even by Saturday and Sunday, mornings in the lower 40s. Upper 30s, highs in the 60s, very mild this time of year. Actually seasonal for January, right? But this weekend, it'll be cooler, but doesn't look like it's going to be freezing weather level. So I think your plants will be okay if you leave them outside. Good night, Guadalupe. Thank you for joining in. Thank you so much, guys. Apologies on the audio. I don't know what was happening earlier. But of course, you're welcome. Too much fun, Diana. Thank you so much. Finally good to see you. Thank you, Guadalupe. Sonia, of course, you're welcome. Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with the audio earlier. Had to fix it. Had to take a break and fix it really quickly. But we got it going, so thank you for that. Of course, Whitney, you're welcome. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Beth, any severe weather? Yeah, so between probably about 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. tomorrow, there will be a few thunderstorms around. In terms of severe nature of these storms, there's not going to be any hail, and there won't be any strong straight line winds. It may get gusty out of these thunderstorms, like 40 to 50 miles an hour at times, the occasional gust. But in terms of severe weather threats, doesn't look like that's going to be the case. However, some of these storms will produce 1 inch to 2 inches of rain in a short amount of time. That'll lead to localized flash flooding tomorrow. So the ground's already wet from this morning. The soil is already saturated. So any additional rain that falls tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon will create runoff, and that'll create a flooding threat for us tomorrow. So just, again, drive carefully. Tomorrow morning will be foggy. It'll be wet. The roads will be slick. Just plan accordingly and leave a little earlier tomorrow as more moisture moves in. 70% chance at rain tomorrow through the early afternoon. Probably a little break in the evening, and then some overnight rain chances arrive into early Wednesday morning. Lower 70s. Mornings very mild in the 50s. Cooler air and clear skies by Saturday and Sunday. Yes, the weekend is looking a lot nicer. It's a little humid outside too. There's a lot of moisture in the air, which is why temperatures are a little warmer. Right around 70 the next several days, and even above 70 on Thursday and Friday this upcoming week. So get ready for an active pattern that'll produce more warmth, more humidity, and also obviously some rainfall for tomorrow and Wednesday. Wednesday looks okay. Right now we're looking at scattered rain. It looks like tomorrow the bigger threat for thunderstorms and thunder showers. But Wednesday could offer up an isolated storm or two, but right now coverage looks to increase late Tuesday night into early Wednesday, and then backing off through Wednesday afternoon with a mix of clouds and sunshine. Highs near 70, can't complain about that. Any rain Wednesday night? Yeah, Wednesday night and Thursday morning. Yeah, probably some spotty activity at the most. But I think most of the rain that develops with the system as it swings across the state will be towards Houston, southeast Texas, Galveston, towards Tyler, up I-45. Between there, Beaumont, western Louisiana. That's where the bulk of rainfall will be as the system swings eastward over the next couple of days. But yeah, rainfall between now and Wednesday. Tuesday, tomorrow, the best chance of seeing thunderstorms. There could be a couple that produce lightning and thunder, right? And some heavy rainfall rates that could produce high water spots on roads and some localized flooding. But Wednesday, it starts to trend down, and the same thing on Thursday, some leftover rain on Friday before it clears out for the weekend, and highs near 65 to 63 Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, you're welcome. Absolutely. Again, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. We have the audio working, so it's working just fine. Yeah, so it's pretty active tomorrow. Some visibilities may be down to about, a tenth of a mile to a quarter with the drizzle, the mist moving through. Then with more moisture, that may create surface fog as well. So tomorrow morning going to be a little messy. Again, just leave early. Account for that. Traffic probably going to build up quickly tomorrow between 5:30 and 6:30. Just something to keep in mind. Yeah, so rain moving in. And forecast rain totals probably on the order of 1 to 3 inches on average in San Antonio. And of course, anywhere east of Bexar County towards Gonzales, LaGrange, towards Houston, there will be areas more widespread that see upwards of an additional 4 to 5 inches of rain between now and Wednesday. So pretty active between now and the middle of this week. Thursday and Friday, lower 70s. This weekend, if you have any plans, should be just fine. All right, guys, we'll keep it on the forecast a little longer. Have a wonderful night. Again, if you have any additional questions, feel free to message me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, X. We can always talk about weather anytime, anywhere across the state. I mean, we're always looking at weather across the nation, whether it's winter weather, severe weather, spring-like weather, tropical weather. We're always looking at everything. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to message me on social media. If not, we'll leave it on the forecast for right here, right now. Lower 70s Thursday and Friday for San Antonio. However, someone is asking about Seguin. Yeah, the Seguin area, very similar to our weather. We'll kind of go through the hour by hour. Let's see. So tomorrow morning around Seguin, between here, Seguin, Floresville, 6 a.m. tomorrow, light to moderate rain, a few showers and thunderstorms around. Again, after 10 a.m. tomorrow, that's when we get a little bit more lift in the atmosphere. That'll kickstart rain to a higher extent. And I think by about lunchtime, there will be a couple of downpours around, but it'll come through as a wave of energy. It won't last all day. Based on this model run, between lunchtime and about 2 p.m., between here, Seguin, San Marcos, Bernie, towards Floresville and Pleasanton, there could be a few thunderstorms that get a little active, and that could produce lightning, thunder. So tomorrow morning, light to moderate showers, but between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. tomorrow, that's when we could see a few thunderstorms roll through the area as a wave of energy. And then by about 5 p.m., it's moving east towards Gonzales, LaGrange, and towards Houston. Little break in activity, but more rain moving through the south by late tomorrow night into early Wednesday. So it's not all day rain. It's just kind of waves and little impulses of energy moving through. Right now, this forecast model, we looked at this earlier, depicting about 1 to 2 inches of rain between San Antonio, San Marcos, maybe out east towards Gonzales. Again, it just depends on where exactly these storms set up and they move through, because depending, some of these storms may get more active, near Uvalde or Hondo, and they may be a little farther south towards Pleasanton. And if that's the case, Pleasanton may see a little bit more rain than San Antonio tomorrow. So we'll have to watch radar very closely and just see how the radar unfolds. But we do think between 10 a.m. and about 3 p.m. tomorrow, a few thunderstorms rolling in, which could produce up to 2 inches in some localized area around the region between Bernie, San Antonio, San Marcos, and Gonzales. And if you look closely at this map, anywhere east of LaGrange towards Houston, look at Victoria's forecast rain total through Wednesday. 4 to 5 inches. That's not going to be exact. That's just a forecast rain total that could, range from 2 to 4 or 4 to 6. But it shows the range, right? That we could see upwards of 3 to 4 inches of rain between now and Wednesday in some localized pockets, depending on where exactly these thunder showers and thunderstorms move through. Yeah, of course, you're welcome, Ellie, and good evening, Diane. Of course, you're welcome. If you have any more questions, guys, feel free to comment down below. We'll be live tonight on KENS 5 News at 10 on the latest on all this, of course. We'll break down everything. But again, tomorrow, scattered light rain in the morning, a few thunderstorms in the late morning and early afternoon. Wednesday near 70, and even spring-like on Thursday and Friday, lower to middle 70s with a little bit of sunshine. And this weekend, colder air moves through. Now, it's not going to be very cold. It's not going to be that Arctic blast cold. But lows will be back in the 40s and highs in the 60s on Saturday and Sunday and into next Monday as well. All right, guys, that's it, the forecast. We'll leave it on a little longer. Again, tune in to KENS 5 News at 10 tonight. We'll be talking about this in detail again tonight in about an hour. For now, drive safe. Be careful tomorrow morning. There will be rain around, a few thunderstorms tomorrow morning. Have the umbrella. Drive safely. Be cognizant. Be vigilant tomorrow, because there may be some traffic, obviously, in the morning hours as folks are getting back to work, back to school tomorrow morning. It will be warm, 60s most of the day tomorrow, with the best chance at rain in the morning and afternoon. That's when a few thunderstorms get going. 70% chance and coverage on those numerous showers and scattered thunderstorms in the area. All right, guys, that's it for weather. Have a great night and be safe, and we'll see you next time. And again, tune in to KENS 5 News at 10 for the latest on everything you need to know around San Antonio. And of course, we'll talk more about this right here in about an hour on KENS 5 News at 10. For now, we'll leave it on the forecast one more time. Have a wonderful night, guys. Be safe and drive safely tomorrow morning.